Happy Friday, ninth graders. Hope it's going well for you. You're almost to the weekend, so congratulations. Sorry I can't be here with you today. I'm at a training that I think will benefit all of us, but I am bummed I can't be there to help you today. Couple things. It's the end of the trimester today. You probably already knew that, which is great because it means we're 2/3 of the way through the year. But it also means that grades are coming out, and grades are really important at trimester. And so I really want you to be successful on this last project. I want to stress to you that it's important, that it's worth a lot of points. If your grade's not where you want it to be, this project could really help. And if your grade is where you want it to be, maintain that grade by doing well on this project, because it'll have a huge influence on your passing of this class, and I want you to be successful too. I just want to go over it real quick with you. I'm going to take less than 5 minutes to do that. I know I've gone over it every day for the most part this week. You guys have done a really nice job. Most of you have done a really nice job, and so if you have, you're going to track with me quite easily. But remember, all of the information is here on the website. Okay, most of you, if not all of you, have downloaded and begun editing this document here. This is your research guide, and then once that is done, you can copy and paste the content into Sway, start to add photos, and make it look really nice. But I'm going to try to simplify it for you right now. Remember, the first section is all about your designing the device that transfers energy. And so there's 3 paragraphs involved in that. The first paragraph is all about how you designed your device. What did you build it with? Just talk about what you did. Just tell me what you did. And include in that paragraph the amount of millivolts that you were able to produce when you finally finished your project. Okay? The second paragraph is all about what research led you to your design. So did you see anything online in your research that suggested you build your windmill in a certain way, whether it was the shape of the blades, the number of blades, the tower, whatever it may be. Talk to me about the research that led you to your design. And then last paragraph is all about how you tested your design and then made adjustments based on that design or by that test. So most of you, in fact all of you that I've talked to, you made something, you tested it, and it didn't really work out necessarily the way you wanted it to the first time. So you made adjustments and then you tested it again. Okay, so those are 3 paragraphs. Really, to get your C, to get your level 2, you just need that first paragraph. To get a level 3, you're going to want to do that first paragraph and one of the last 2, and then to get your level 4 or your A, you're going to want those 3 paragraphs together. Okay. And then the second part is all about renewable versus non-renewable energy. Okay. So what you need to do is you need to explain, in the first paragraph, you need to explain wind power, and you need to explain another source of energy that we use that's a non-renewable resource. Okay. And when you explain it, you need to make sure that you explain it in terms of the transfer of energy. You need to, it says here, you need at least 3 energy transformations. So remember those posters that we built where we looked at the transfer of energy from form to form? That's what you need to do as well. And make sure you explain what a non-renewable and a renewable energy resource is. That would be really helpful to get your full points there. And then the second paragraph is a comparison and contrast, a pro-con of renewable energy versus non-renewable energy. So what are the pros? What are the cons? What are the costs? Okay. And there's a really good article that we read a couple weeks ago about renewable versus non-renewable energy. You can find it on the website. It's right here, renewable versus non-renewable resources. Okay, it's right there. Okay, so take a look at that article. Use that article to help you in your explanation. Okay, and then the last part is just a flow chart. Okay, the flow chart is just a representation of the flow of energy, just like we did on those posters. Okay, so you need to build 2 flow charts, one for wind power, just like you built, and one for your non-renewable energy source. Okay, now there's a couple ways you could do it. One way you could do it is you could draw a flow chart and you could take a picture of it and then upload the picture to your Sway. What I would suggest though is I would suggest using PowerPoint and using the insert shapes and then insert text to create some kind of a do-it-yourself flow chart like this I have in PowerPoint. I use this all the time to make diagrams. And then what you need to do is you need to copy it and save it as an image. And the way that you save it as an image, I'm going to show you this tool real quick. The way you save it as an image is you go down to the Start menu right here, and you find this snipping tool. Okay? If it's not there, you can type in snipping. But when you find it, what's going to happen is the whole screen is going to get grayed out. Okay? And then you're going to be able to select a part of the screen that you want to take a picture of. So first I need to hit the drop down menu, and I'm going to say, okay, I want to take a rectangular snip. So I'm going to click and drag around my flowchart, okay? And it's going to take a picture of what I've created on my screen. And what I can do now is I can save it. I can hit the disk here, and I can save it to my number and save it to wherever I need it. And now I can access it anytime. Okay, so I'm not really going to do that this time because I'm just giving you an example. But the snipping tool is a really cool way to save images. So once you have all that, and I'm almost done here, you're gonna go to your Sway. You're gonna go to Office 365. You're gonna find the Sway sort of tab there on 365, and you're gonna use a template. I use the Student Report template. I would highly recommend using that template. That's what I use to build this. And it basically already comes kind of preloaded. So if you scroll down to start from a template, you can find the student report. I don't know why it's not. Oh, there it is. At the very end. I don't know why it's at the very end. Click the arrows. There it is right there. Usually it's at the very beginning, but student report. And so it's basically just like a bunch of note cards, different kinds of note cards. And there's text note cards. There's image cards. And there's title cards like this, and you put them in order, and you're going to have your 3 sections. So I have my design, I have some text about the design, I have a picture. You kind of just put them in order here, play around with it. I've got my images of my flowcharts, and you can always kind of take a look at it by hitting this arrow and looking through your Sway. So this is what mine looks like. It's just a basic example. But what's cool about Sway is it looks really, really nice. You can even insert video. The pictures are beautiful. It's kind of a cool tool. So get your text done here and make sure it's all saved. Copy your text over to your Sway. Okay, and then when you're all done, this is important. When you're all done, this is the last thing I'll say. You click Share, and there's a link. And you can copy the link by pushing that button, and it copies it. Then you're going to go back to 365, and you're going to create a new email. You're going to go to Mail, and you're going to email me the Sway. Now, you probably already know this, but if you don't, my email is jmumley. Oops, that's not going to work. jmumley@manson.org. Okay, so when all is said and done, you email me. And that's on my website and everything as well, so you can see that. But anyway, it's been about 8 minutes of video. I've talked enough. I hope you guys do well on this project. In fact, if you have questions about it throughout the day, you can email me. I should be able to access email while I'm at this training. So feel free to do that as well. Hope you guys have a good weekend, and we will see you on Monday.